All right, I mean, we just unlocked New Eden. There is a... I have to play as New Eden. People are also requesting the challenge. Okay, you know what? Because there's so much chat unity, let's do that new challenge. Which one was it? You gotta hold all the way down? Oh, it's like hidden at the bottom here. Okay, interesting. Very interesting indeed. So it's Isaac with no music. Yankee with no brim. Here we go. This is gonna take 10 years. Doubt it. That's Leo, but it got hit by gamma radiation. Temporary damage consolation prize. I don't know what's happening yet, but that's okay. I seem to be incredible at the game. Sensor, peace be with you. Nobody knows. Okay, so like everything's randomized. That seems to be the case. Something along those lines. Pardon me. Like everything you buy is 87 cents. Everything you buy is not what it looks like, and when you pick it up, it lies to you. Okay, I'm down with that idea. Let's give it a shot. Everything is everything. Yeah, you're darn right. Lauren Hill, baby. Excuse me. A little rude. Any item could be Plan C. Yeah, but except Plan C, which could be Brimstone. This is not my damage up. Letting the pogs wash down. Let the bubbly keep me cold. Into the bubbly again. Just got the peachy flavor. Once in a challenge. Water flowing underground. Press M twice and you'll get extra music. I don't know. That seems like one of those things that's like, hey, you know, oh, your iPhone broke? Just drop it in your swimming pool and, you know, it'll fix. Tuss hup. We don't know what it is, and that's fine. It'll be fine. We got music again. Look at that. No problem, man. I fixed it myself. I'm not gonna use it until... Yeah, because I want to see what we got Kamikaze. But also, I think it gave us a bunch of spirit hearts. Thy enemy. Blood recharge. I throw my head. Yo, it's cool scissors. Also, I have bone tears now. You know, I think here's the thing, right? Like, I think this challenge appeals to me because I very rarely know what I'm doing in Isaac, like, to begin with. You know what I mean? So the fact that, like, everything's mixed up, it really plays to my own strengths. I'm not concerned about this. I'm so used to the chaos and not understanding, like, hey, why does this happen? Like, I didn't know I did that Jacob and Esau run, and I had no idea what was causing me to take so much damage, and then, you know, it turns out that it was like shard of glass. I had no clue, man. I picked it back up. And I still thrived. I also still lost, but there was thriving being done. JJ6. Wooden Nick. We might as well see what it does. Nobody knows. D6JW pills plus, baby. Okay, that seems horrible. Although it did give us a temporary stat increase. But then we go down to the next floor, it's like the same thing. Like everything gets randomed again. How far do we go? Oh my god. Chad, don't tell me. What enemy does this go to? That's Blue Baby? Okay, that's not so bad. I thought that was Hush. I was upset. You know what? Take some pills, man. It's not like it's gonna get any, like, zanier. Although, I should note, I was just gonna say, if we ever get any stat down, like, that's a problem. Okay, literally just don't take damage. Okay, literally just don't take damage. Stop taking damage. Yeah, we got something out of this. Like, oh my god, man. We got a stat up out of this. Blue Bozzy. It's the scissors again. That's okay. I'll pick it up. Stat up and a loss of 4 HP. It hurts, but... Oh, your item is partly Guppy's Paw? It's easy, man. This is an easy game. I'm probably gonna be fine. All items are random items combined into one another. Kind of like the movie Annihilation, when you think about it, right? Like when they go inside of the shimmer. You know what I'm saying? This guy watches video essays. He definitely knows what I'm saying, dude. Yo, are you telling me the only rock that's untinted must be tinted? I really thought that that's how that was gonna work. I thought it was gonna be like, because it's zany, an untinted rock is the way. This is the way. There is a tinted rock in the other room, though? Is there? I mean, it's like, it's a different color. Is it tinted? That does not look tinted to me. I agree on not doing that. I confirm don't do that. Easy. Too easy, in fact. You thought this challenge could kill me. You were highly wrong. All we need to do, we kill the boss. That shouldn't be too hard. After we kill the boss, we get an item that's... It contains an Abaddon. Well, this one's got Holy Mantle somewhere in there. Analog S. Arnold S. Oh, dude, we got some passive abilities there. This is pretty good. We got a health upgrade. We got booger tears, I think, or some kind of tear effect at least was in there. Only when we use it, though? I don't know, man. I gotta stop thinking about, like, the way that we do this and just do it instead. If you just, like, don't take damage, you're set. I guess every item comes with passives. Yeah, but they only get used if you... they only get used if you press the spacebar on that room or something? I mean, beating Blue Baby is not that complicated. You gotta think and not play. Okay. Just think and don't play. Don't speak. I know what you're feeling, and I don't need your reeling. Just tell me because it hurts. How about less talk, more play? Tell me about Avril Lavigne. I have no Avril Lavigne stories, really. She did grow up in the town of Greater Napanee, which is a couple of towns over from where I grew up, so it was like a big hometown story when Complicated started getting played on the radio, and then, you know, she became one of the biggest recording artists in the world. But obviously not really like my cup of tea from a musical department. People think she's dead and her doppelganger took over. Oh, you didn't know? That's true, yeah. Like, she did die and her doppelganger took over. That's something, we covered it at like at a city hall meeting way back in the day. She's been replaced. You know why? Because she got too uppity. She started to think she was too good for for Greater Napanee, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna move to California." Oh yeah, well guess what? Pod person, get podded. It's quite complicated in here. Please explode, thank you. Have you been replaced yet? Oh, dozens of times. But they've swapped so much that I'm back around to the original. You ever see Invasion of the Body Snatchers? What? I see Sack Alter. Donald Sutherland? Exactly. I see Sack Alter. And I have no knowledge of anything else. I don't think we should have this. The sprites mean nothing. Maybe that's why I'm built different. Could have been box of spiders. It does do plus H. That's my favorite stat, H. Damage. Yeah, I have no concept of what this item does. Once every 2 rooms, I get disappointed. Now I know how my mom felt when she went to every parent-teacher conference in high school. Could be, you know what? It could be a dice, you're not wrong. Could be some dice element there. That's just that's not even corrupted, that's just a single item. T-Melt. Lunch HP. Purple Coward's Crystal. What the? You can't steal my charge. Am I insane? This seems like really good. Monster Manuel and a ton of spiders every room? That's not bad. Certainly better than what we just had, at least. T-Melt just dropped a new item. Peace up, T-Melt down. T-Melt is an R&B singer most famous for his use of manual tune. And his most popular song, of course, Can You Buy Me a Drink? Do you know any Father John Misty songs? Does Father John Misty sing the Alex Jones parody that's like, Hillary's in the creepy, weird, sick stuff, man. That woman number 1 is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. That one? That's not, is it in the style of Father John Misty? Why do you know the words? Dude, I've listened to that at least 50 times. It slaps, and it's also funny. It's like what Weird Al Yankovic wishes he was. It's a heck of a bop. You could farm spiders in empty rooms. You know, normally that's like a coward's mindset, but for now, I think you got like a great point to at least do it for a bit. What's the biggest fire you've ever seen in person? It's a great question. I don't have a great answer though. I've driven by some cars on fire, I guess, and probably some houses on fire. I don't think I've ever seen like been up close and personal with like a blazing inferno though, and I consider myself very lucky for that. T-Meld is broken, man. Oh yeah, one time, to my surprise, 100 stories high, People getting loose, y'all, and my boogie starting to flow. Chain reaction. I don't remember the rest of it. Anyway, I heard somebody say, burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Oh, yeah, maybe you've heard of it. It's called The Sun. We're sticking with this. Did it say NL? Board Spectral NL. I wasn't even looking. Team Melt is like, it's one of the most overpowered items in the game. Can you banter about banter? I mean, it's not, you could banter about anything, including yourself. Like, it's not like a, it's not a paradox. Friend control? A passive item? I actually did not know that there were passives in the game. The thing about banter is that people, like, sometimes, and it happened, it used to happen during the NLSS all the time, but people will be like, you know, oh, stop talking about the game, start bantering. You really can't, like, just finesse banter like that. Like, you can't deliberately create it, in my opinion, at least. Or at least you, it's a struggle to do so. I think what you gotta do instead is just, like, be in the zone. If you're in the zone, you can banter about anything. Once you're out of the zone, though, it takes a while to get yourself back in. Like, there's a different set of rules to talking about something coherently and seriously than there is to bantering. Like, I watched some other streams, and this is not a knock on them. You can take multiple items, passive items, they exist. But, like, there are, I don't know if that's a tinted rock, man, to be honest. It's a 6 content. But, like, some other streamers, someone in chat will be like, what's your favorite kind of pizza? We got money tiers, and they'll just be like, New York. And then just, like, then there's, like, 45 seconds of silence. And I'm like, that's not what your audience wanted. They want to argue. Like, they... Not in a negative way, but they want you to give your opinion so that they can be like, Pog, or alternatively, what the, you know, Dan's game. Why are you just answering them with a straight question? You gotta answer them with like a little... It's gotta be a little tease on it afterwards. Yes, sir. Exactly. What the? Dan's game? Exactly. That's what I came to terms with this when I was thinking about tier lists. You're absolutely correct. As I realized that the reason people like tier lists is because they get a chance to argue. Like, no one has ever looked at a tier list and their initial reaction is... Another passive? Let's go. Dude, why not, right? Like, why wouldn't I? It's not like no one's ever... I see it all the time because people put like, hey, here's my like cereal tier list. Nobody's ever like, nice list. It's always like, how dare you put Raisin Bran Crunch in this tier versus this tier, etc., etc. As long as you embrace the fact that that's the energy for the tier list, I think you're fine. If you're gonna be mad about it, then, you know, you gotta cultivate a different vibe. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening on this run, but like, I don't think there's anything to tease apart. I think you just gotta send it. Don't be silly, I'm just gonna send it. I have a bone? I don't know what's happening. I am... Cash register noises? It's like I'm playing King of Retail again. You're tea-melting fools, man. Ain't that the truth? Dude, I'm mad. So somebody reminded me in chat because they said I'm still mad over pulled pork over Italian beef. Or I don't know what it was, but something similar. So, you know, we have this lunch delivery service. I got 2 different lunches delivered this week. And I didn't realize that I was like, oh, spicy ginger chicken rice bowl? That sounds up my alley. Received it at my front doorstep. Looked at the container a little bit more closely. Chicken is spelled CHIK-UN. And then the number one ingredient is soy. That's really bad, and I lost T-Melt. Which, like, I'm not anti soy, but, like, I mean, you know my position on this. I just prefer, if I'm gonna eat vegetarian cuisine, thank you, Monkey's Paw, by the way, that it's not like, hey, we tried to make the normal dish, but without the key ingredient. I prefer if they were, like, sometimes they throw in, like, some falafel, and I'm like, that's sick. And then, I'm trying to think, there's other, like, oh, they make, like, these awesome, like, chickpea wraps and lentil wraps that are on, like, grilled naan, and those are fantastic. But when they're like, hey, we turned, like, soy protein into something that looks kind of like chicken, I'm like, not so much. It's just, it's not my vibe. So I gotta knock that stuff out. I mean, I'm not telling you to stop it. I'm just saying, like, when I go to the app later today, I'm gonna be like, please remove these from my cart. Okay, so I've been told every time we use our space bar, that's sick. Every time we use our space bar, we take damage to get a big damage bonus. That's spicy. We're just chilling for now. Come on. Just stay alive, okay? I did that with a can of tuna once. I got tuno by mistake. That was such bad damage. I was so flabbergasted by the idea of something called tuno. Aye! Tuno is real? I also, like, it's not fair, right? Like, and I'm not trying to rain it down on the vegetarians and the vegans. Because I'm sure there's times where you're like, man, I could really go for, like, a, you know, Japanese rice bowl with some chicken in it, but I can't eat chicken, so I'll take, like, something that's kind of a reasonable approximation of it. An actual tinted rock exists. And I'm sure, like, there's some meat replacements that are pretty good, you know? Like, I haven't had the Impossible, but I heard it's awesome. The Beyond is pretty good. I heard Justin's been talking up soy rizo. He says that it's quite good. But, like, it irritates me once, like, when I open it and I realize that it's the vegetarian or vegan version, and then a second time irritates me when I read it, and it's like, you won't believe it's not chick-un, not real chicken rice bowl, and I'm like, bro, I was already mad. You didn't have to write it in such a way that it makes me even madder. Because trust me, like, I'm gonna know it's not chicken. Because it doesn't look like chicken or really taste like chicken. Dude, you're right, we should Pepsi test it. Chicken, baby, yeah. Yo, Apollo, another partner streamer, baby. Partner streamer Tuesday, baby, yeah. I saw you playing It Takes Two, Apollo. It's kind of hard though, like, because you must have been playing it like single player, right? Because, like, I was really looking forward to that. So you were just testing it out for, like, when we're gonna check it out. Right? Like, I'm just waiting for your reply. Oof, baby, yeah. Oof, baby. Tuesday, cringe, baby. Oof, yeah. Freaking cringe, baby. Freaking ooh, baby. Ooh, look at that. Look at that freaking cringe Tuesday, baby. Yeah. No, sir. You don't know the vibe. Please give me a new item. Thank you. Ball, I see my F. Excuse me? Hold on, hold on. E-charge. Pretty standard. Ball, I see my F. Clip farming. Okay, moving on. Let's clip farming, baby. Clip that. Plus 1.5 range. Oh, and hey, don't forget about Aquarius and the shade. I mean, the fact that it instantly recharges is like actually not so bad. I'm starting to think you could build something here. Ickle Flippacoy. Bob had a baby, eats a boy. What the heck? I didn't get hit by anything! Jerry! Jerry, I'm getting hurt! What was that? I think it's bad, but I don't have any control over it. Because it was a passive. Okay, Rock Tinteds. I'm gonna need you to be real loud since new floor just dropped. Excuse me? T-Melt curse the run. I just wish I hadn't gotten rid of T-Melt like a fool. I didn't know how good I had it, man. I don't even know what I died to. Okay, but now that we know what we're doing, slash marker, second try. All right, we are back on this challenge. We're on the Cellar 1, also known as the Dark Room. With no music. I kind of like no music first floor. It sets a nice ambiance. This run is dedicated to T-Melt. RIP. I got seduced by the frickin' sexy ball. I can see your F. Oh, mama. Hold on. Oh, ball. I can see your F. To be stuck inside of Isaac with the It Takes Two blues again. Wait, did you watch the Isaac episode where I said that the baby missed her mobile and she was in the playpen, and I did Stuck Inside the Playpen with the mobile blues again? I was like, dude, it's the greatest off-the-cuff parody of my life. I was like, that was genius. Yeah, also, let's go. The baby, let's go. I'm hip with the memes and the zoomers and the... with the zoomers. And the zoomers and the zoomers and the zoomers. That was a good line. Thank you for saying that. As a result of that, I'm now going to sing the entirety of Bob Dylan's 1973 album, Blonde on Blonde. But I need you to start, because I forgot what track 1 is. We could do Blood on the Tracks instead, if you're into that. I think it's early one morning, the sun was rising. I was laying in bed, wondering if it would change at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks to settle life together soon was gonna be rough. They never did like Papa's homemade dress. Mama's blanket wasn't big enough. Yeah, that's Tangled Up in Blue, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Bob Dylan Tuesday, baby. You already know the vibe. 3 charge bean. No, thank you. 10 kills on the board right now. Just landed Tomato Town. As the town is red tomatoes. Dude, that'll work. RBQ, Mom's Key, but better. Mom's Key is good, but we can make it better. RBQ, now we're talking. Seems pretty good. Tangled up in blue, baby, yeah. Mama's homemade dress, baby. You know the vibe. Just wait a sec. Just wait a sec. I walked Bob Dylan out on stage. This must be the straw and something else. Academy of Art and Design, San Francisco. I'm an NYU Film School graduate. Feed tea. I didn't, baby. You just told me. Jay. Right? Yo, we got sulfur? We got cool sulfur? I see your cool sulfur pogging through. That's pretty good. I see your cool sulfur. That's why I pog ya. Tinted rock back there. You know what? I've decided HP might be important. So sure. In the L room. Oh, cool tinted rock. Look at that. Yes, sir. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna stop saying it. My friend went to a Bob Dylan concert and he just played keyboards. Look, I've said this many times. I got a lot of respect for Bob Dylan. You know, Blonde on Blonde, Blood on the Tracks, Highway 61 Revisited. Even some of the newer stuff, like Modern Times, is really good. You know, that Martin Scorsese, Bob Dylan documentary that came out was fun as well. What am I doing? I'm bad. Yo, Dragon Reborn 614, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you. Wamana helping her? But what I am gonna say is, lock up, baby! Question mark, lock up. What I am gonna say is I went to see a Bob Dylan concert. He played in my hometown in maybe 2008, and it was one of the worst concerts I've ever been to in my life. But what did I expect going to see a concert of a man who's literally 80 years old? Like, I expect he'd get up on stage and start, you know, like, smashing guitars or something like that. Rip sulfur somehow? That's fine. Maybe we never had it to begin with. We do have full mapping, though. Somebody check on that guy in chat and see if he's okay. I walked Bob Dylan up. Okay, sorry, you can't. Yeah, it was not a great concert. But like, if we're being honest, like, the reason that which one? The guy who said ha 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 in all caps, it's funny cuz he old, it's hilarious, ha 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 ha. Just tap him on the shoulder and make sure that, like, yo buddy, you all right? Just a quick wellness check. Most of the reason I feel that everybody went to see the Bob Dylan concert was, like, not that Bob Dylan was gonna, like, tear the roof off the place. It was just to be like, you know, I live in a somewhat small town, or at the time at least. We don't get, like, super huge artists, like, ever. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So you go see it because he's there. But then Elton John played once, too. And the Tragically Hip did their last concert there. Which was more of a bop. I was not there, but I watched on the CBC. Much more of a bop than that Bob Dylan concert. Hey. Frick yeah, baby. Elton John, baby. Bridges! Now we're talking. Passive item, Bridges. So basically, except for the Tragically Hip, everybody that plays there is 30 years past their prime. No, but the famous people who play there are 30 years past their time. What's happening? That much is absolutely true. I mean, like, I'm just being real with you. Like, if you're, like, a big-time artist, and they're like, hey, do you want to play, like, a gig between Toronto and Ottawa? I think when you're, like, you know, at the top of the world, like when you're Taylor Swift, you're probably like, no. But when you're doing, you know, my 75th farewell tour for real this time, no cap, I can see through walls, then maybe. I can't see anything. Please be dead so I can leave. The walls, the floor. So is the floor. They pull your hair up but not out to turn into a man and get another shot at life. If they pull it out, they turn to bones. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be negative. Alright, apology accepted. It's no problem. No harm, no foul. Okay, look, it's got a one-room charge. I'll give it a try. Yes, sir. You already know the vibe. Can I get a bomb? Bomb and bomb on a bomb? Yes, sir. Can't forget the bomb. You know I gotta cop that bomb. Yes, sir. I gotta admit, it is pretty sick. Hey, dog, I heard you like bombs, so I put a bomb in your bomb so you can bomb your bomb. Absolutely hate this. I would let me out. The real Isaac starts here. What the heck, man? We got Isaac's heart now, and he's chilling. Oh, he took damage though. Oh, but can you? Oh, you can kind of get him to stand still. Look at the dodges, man. This is the item people were like, is S tier? Oh, Isaac's heart is actually like run winnable now. It's just like a little familiar that's still risky. I mean, better, but come on, man. Come on. Get me out of here. Look at the door's not even working. Edmund, what are you doing? The shadow on the door got broken by data miner. I'm not a discerning consumer, but some people would be very upset by that. Could you rotate twice? Yeah, but in what direction? Yoink. Get bombed. Guess what? Guess what? Get absolutely bombed. Get bombed. I'm bad. Get bombed. Don't tell Harry. Thank you as well for the gifted subs. Hallowed Grow are back. Fantastic. Peter, don't tell Harry. I got the relic, baby. Once every 4 rooms, I got the relic, baby. And I don't have Isaac's heart. And there's a tinted rock in the fight. That's pretty useful. Okay, I'm calling it right now. I will actually give out 100 gifted subs if we get this 0.3 Devil Deal chance. I'm willing to risk it all. Saved. Dude, it gets my heart rate so spiked. CL. So close. Yeah, you don't even understand. Like, it's not about the money. It's about, like, having to look my wife in the face and say I spent 700 Canadian dollars on subs to my own channel. I mean, I guess you'd rather give them to your own channel, like, from a financial standpoint, but it's kind of, like, pointless for sure. Yes, sir. Okay. Infinite bombs might save us here. And the occasional bone smack. Missed a bomb back there? You think about everything, don't you? Beautiful bomb. Look at that. Great story, Mark. Can I tell you a story? I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. Till one day, one of them found out. Beat her up so bad, she ended up in a hospital down on Guerrero Street. Tommy Wiseau's reaction? What a story, Mark. Who? I am a spider? I don't know if this is any good, but we're here anyway. Did I get a spirit heart out of that? Hey! I'm still a spider. This challenge should be called I Might As Well, the run. That's kind of how I feel. Again, like this, I'm having a good time. I can't stress enough the fact that I don't know what's happening is a very usual feeling for me. So this is normal. What'd you have for breakfast this morning? I had a kind bar, and then for lunch I had Sichuan style spicy pork. Which again, because the meal prep service is operating on very thin margins, it's about 2 pieces of pork and 10 pieces of tofu, but that's okay. You know, I as long as there's a little bit of meaty flavor in there, I got no problems with the tofu. It's merely when they try to replace it. You know, buy one of these real quick. Tofu's kind of pogged. You know, like, I'm not an anti-tofu, and when I was a vegetarian, I ate quite a lot. But I genuinely believe, like, tofu as tofu is fine. Tofu as a meat substitute, it doesn't appeal to me that much. This is gonna take literally a billion years. Unless, ladies and gentlemen, we kind of got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him again. I've decided, yes, I've decided I don't care about dodging anymore. Why don't you just come over here and I'll hit you with a bomb on the corner? I mean, this is pretty bad. No, this time I would not give out any subs for a devil deal. I mean, that's just asking for trouble. So like, I'm just struggling, right? Because like I can't. I'm having some trouble hitting you. I do appreciate these corners. Like I never knew how valuable the corners were on this boss fight. Come on, come on. Stay still. We're closing in. Unblockable, undodgeable. Brimstone laser. And this setup is pretty bad, man. Like I don't even don't beam me. Come on, don't beam me, bro. I can't. The spider is the strongest enemy in gaming lore. When is Screw Attack gonna rank single spider in the Binding of Isaac Repentance? Saved, by the way. God, he's good. Okay. No sweat. Eternal D6. Okay, I gotta admit, hold on. This seems kind of sick. I don't know what it does, but it seems kind of sick. This challenge is insubordinate and churlish. Confirmed, guaranteed, signed and certified, and validated by a notary public. I watched the video that you said where the guy says an artist respects the silence of creativity, the silence that serves as the foundation of creativity, and the guy seems like an a-hole. I feel betrayed. Oh yeah, like I don't know, maybe this is on me. I didn't make it clear, but like the whole point of the video is that guy is an a-hole for sure. That's the entire point. He's not a nice guy. He did all... I do love, and I know we'll tease this apart over the coming weeks when we analyze the video. I do love that after being, like, insanely, formally verbose, he does say, I'm an NYU film school graduate, sucker! Still classic. Okay, so Corey, I see that you're here. Hello, Corey. Perhaps you could explain to me what the heck's happening and why laser-guided missiles are spawning on... And every time I pick up a consumable, I take damage, I guess? To Terry. GG, laser tease! Dude, get me out of here, dude! GG laser T. Just give me some money, dude. I got bloody penny. Give me some money. Hold on, guys. Adobe Creative Cloud has an update. Did you hear about this? 9 cents. The floodgates. What does this mean? I take damage every time I touch a consumable, man. But I need I need money to get red hearts, dude. What the? No! The Polaroid, fate chosen. Heal me. Healed, but hurt. But healed. Invincible. Invincible. Enemies. Endless enemies. No. It's like, okay, I'm starting to tease it apart. Every time I pick up a consumable, it spawns enemies and hurts me. But also now we have the Polaroid and the bloody penny we need to get. It's like I can't pick that up. If I pick that up, I'll get hurt. It had an attempt had to be made. We need that red heart. I'm invincible. Pick everything up. Pick up all the things. Pageant BO. Okay. I mean, like, if you win this run, you're actually a legend. Okay, we're going in. Mom fight. Please don't create consumables. Tinted rock? No. If I even touch the golden chest, I'm gonna get hurt, dude. Son of a... I think we stand no chance. Like, this is truly formidable. On the other hand, imagine the glory. Just focus. Brief radio silence never hurt anybody. Remember, if you pick up anything, you're gonna die instantly. Just place bombs. You never know when the feet are coming down. Going offline, guys. Okay, here we go again. I mean, that one was essentially impossible. I don't know how you're, like... We hit a level at that point where it just couldn't be done. Hello, Chiblee. What are you talking about? Red flag hobbies. I was right, by the way. Like, I was being honest with you. Hold on, I gotta see what you say here. Slash marker. You know, if you're telling me to split up the videos a little bit more for farming, let's do it. Okay, slash marker. Clip farming run. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, Chibli. Red flag hobbies, like 100%. If anybody in their Twitter bio says that they love like rationality, it's an extreme red flag. Because those be the most irrational people I've ever met, quite frankly. I'm like, really? You're like in love with rational thinking, and then you're like sitting here arguing with me over like, you know, what size shoes Sonic the Hedgehog wears, and you have sources to back up your data? Like, that's like the most irrational thing I've ever heard of. Size 6. I'm just enjoying this part of the game where, like, everything's normal. Is taxidermy a Minkus hobby? I mean, like, it would definitely surprise you a little bit, I guess, because it's unusual. But I do almost feel sometimes like it's the same. You ever like see an interview with somebody who's like a funeral director? They actually, with a few notable exceptions, seem like the most normal people on planet Earth. It's like they recognize, they're like, I'm just doing a job and it doesn't really gross me out, so I think, you know, I was the right person for it. Radiant Vict, by the way, nobody tell Apollo. Nobody tell Apollo that the Dire have been real quiet since this new cursed item just dropped. We also do have full Visibla. Red flag hobby is somebody with no hobbies. I mean, like, I actually, you're gonna, so much of chat is gonna be upset because they're gonna feel seen right now. But there's some truth to that. There have been times in my life where I've really had no hobbies. And, like, as soon as you find yourself putting, like, watching movies as #1 in your hobby, you better have, like, an HBO subscription. You better, like, have some Criterion Collection Blu-rays. Because if you're just like, I do it sometimes, that should not be #1 in your profile. 6 GJ, Oothpicks tier? This is a 12-room charge. Demon Baby! My reflection, the CO. Oothpicks. What the heck? Tears? That seems pretty good. Viola? Mercurius? Hold on, it's so good. Mercurius. That's incredible, man. Me can do. Okay, I mean we gotta test the actives, man. So let's walk into our first room here. Okay, I am telling you, we will be rolling with Mercurius, although Succubus is quite nice. I don't mind that. Vilka, Mercurius. Oh, that seems fine. What's your hobby? I mean, right now, like, my hobby is, like, investing, for sure. And I'm not bringing it up as, like, a flex. I just think it's, like, less what your hobby is, and more about the fact that you have, like, something outside of work that, like, you're kind of passionate about. It can be a red flag if you want it to be. I'm not looking for friends. We're full up right now. You ever see The Cable Guy? You can just call me Matthew Broderick. Why? I don't have friends. They disappoint me. Run good, don't pick up any more items? No, come on. You can't do that. That's cowardice. I think, like, almost any hobby except, like, well, what about murder? Okay, obviously not murder. I think almost any hobby is cool if you're, like, cool with it. You know? That being said, I'm like, you know, Warhammer's kind of a red flag. But you could buck the trend. I know some cool people who are into Warhammer. I've had some people that I know they're into Warhammer, and I'm like, you kind of ruin it for the rest of them. But it's a box. Oh! Vum slash. I wish I didn't take it, quite frankly. But I think any hobby can be cool if you're cool with it. Good thing I don't have any questionable hobbies. Look, here's what I'm gonna say, Apollo. You're at a stage in your life right now. I support. I get the joke, by the way. I support the way you're valuing things right now. You know, you're on a wave. Ride it. You know, that's my advice. But as you get older and they're releasing Among Us 27 Repentance, the really final one for real this time edition. By the way, I have no idea what's happening, but this is incredible. You know, you might find yourself in a position where you're like, now I gotta cultivate like a life sort of like outside of what's going on inside of this computer, or I'm gonna like lose my mind. That's kind of like where I'm at right now. So I'm like reading more books and like taking walks, hoping something strikes me, you know? So we make familiars when we kill things. I think we don't take any more items. Well, I mean, of course we're gonna take them. Add a damage plus HP up, feel forever. I choose to take nothing here. Saved. What have you done to this video game that it suffers so? No. We're doing a challenge that doesn't exist. And like I really don't know fully what's happening. But I do know that this is actually an incredible setup right now, and I'm not gonna mess with it. Leo Stom, huh? No, thank you. Well, that's why I like when people. I mean, and you know, look, the rules are for thee, not for me, right? Like, I have the permanent banter license, which means I can gatekeep as long as it's in the service of entertainment. That's why, like, a secondary reason I get annoyed from time to time when people are like, oh, NL used to be into programming, and, you know, then he was into lifting, and then he was into investing. It's like, I can't trust this guy anymore. Well, it's like, you know, you gotta understand, it's harder for me to find a hobby than it is for you to find a hobby, because I can't just be, like, watching myself, you know, and have people instantly know that I'm a man of positive taste. You know, I gotta cultivate some diverse interests because I can't just consume my own content to carbon copy a personality. I gotta read Jack Schwager's seminal novel, Market Wizards, instead. Watching NL, huge red flag. Huge red flag. Yeah, you know what else is a huge red flag? Canada's flag, Switzerland's flag. Red flags, some of the best flags. Denmark, Japan. Just read The Intelligent Investor? No, I mean, I own it, I've read a little, but it's boring as sin. I'm sure it's packed to the gills with interesting data, but it is like, it's really boring. It's truly, it's a tome. Saved. Get him! Fun investing book. YOLO Your Life by the Winklevoss twins. I think that one taught me a lot. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Richer Dad, Poorer Dad by the Winklevoss twins. That's a good one. Diamond Hands. Diamond Hands was a classic. I mean, if you have Diamond Hands is a foundational work of the current investing movement. So, like, if you haven't read that, like, I don't even know why you're watching me. Of course we'll take it. M Return. No, thank you. Who is Diamond Hands by? Stonk Lord. I know how to do this. Told you. You read any novels, NL? No, but last night I did read the Wikipedia synopsis for all 3 books in the 3-Body Problem series, and I gotta tell you, I couldn't put them down. Why? Because it's long. Like, the books are long, man. In the original Old English. I'm just gonna take damage. I've accepted it. Saved? And I understood what was happening. Have you read anything on 5-factor investing? Oh man, like if people thought investing talk was boring to begin with, wait until we get into the idea of 5-factor investing, which is underpinned by the hypothesis of the efficient market theory is actually correct. And then, you know, the only way to get extra returns is to maximum or increase your risk. And risk, of course, in this case is not the risk that something goes to zero. It's merely a measure of the beta, which is the correlation that a stock or any kind of equity or, you know, financial instrument really has with the broader market. And then, you know, how do you maximize risk-adjusted returns? Well, it's very simple. You simply have to find, you know, the smartest betas. And sorry, I'm sorry. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of the Rational Reminder podcast. It's very interesting. I think they do good work, not just because they're Canadian. Apparently, I've picked up an item and we're going to die. But I kind of think we were gonna die to begin with, to be honest. So I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm interested to see how this goes. Ooh, ka. This is a bad start.